I'm recording here. It's Tuesday, guys. It's a Tuesday podcast. I guess it's a Tuesday podcast. And oh, yeah, we can do. I mean, yeah, and I also just threw it out there on Instagram as we do. We change. I still look cut off, but whatever. It's like it went lower. Okay, and then pulling closer, then pulling it closer. I don't know how things change every single time we do this, and no one touched it. That kind of looks prettier. Yeah. I kind of like that. Okay. So and I said on Instagram,
Sorry, I didn't have my microphone on. I think that because it's Friday, I should probably start off with a little fireball.
sure. So I said on the thing, I said, hey, I'm gonna make sure I have the right mic before I like go buck wild. Yeah. I said we should
Why don't Fireball sponsor us?
I don't know, because we're not gross men. I said, oh god damn it, cat. Okay, gonna refocus here. I said that we should on Mondays we'll answer if they have a parenting conundrum or a parenting question.
Does it have to actually be good advice?
No, like they can just weigh in. Like it's like a sharing portal because everyone has confessions. But I think so often you sit there as your mom and you're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I feel kind of like a bad mom. And if you don't have someone like you know, we say some things that are really can't be shared in public ever. And I feel like it is helpful to have like confessionals online where you hear other people say it. You're like, oh my God, I'm not alone. And I feel like parenting is a big one because you can't often ask your friends because they're like, what? Well, it has happening to them too, but
It's like
they
you
don't
can't
say
say
it.
Yeah, and sometimes it hasn't happened to them yet. So they originally they're gonna like judge you because, I mean, you and I learned a long time
Oh,
ago about judging, but immediately when you first become a parent, you judge and you judge out of insecurity, to be honest. You judge because you want your way to be the right way.
I
And
think
then
you're also young and you're so righteous and you think that everything is when you're younger. You just think you know until life hands you your ass and then you're like, oh, I actually didn't know anything. The older you get, the less you know. When you're young, you feel like you know so much, and that's where you're wrong. If you think teenagers start off knowing everything,
Mhm.
and then you get a little bit older, and you're like, wait, and then you just get older and older people are like, I know a lot, but I know fucking nothing. Like, don't even try to. They pretend not to. They pretend to. They know everything, but they don't pretend to know everything.
Yeah, and I also think what you realize is that when you're young, your world is so small. So you might know a lot in that little part of your world. But I think as you get older, the reason you realize that you know less is because you you know how minute you are
In the
with your
world,
experience with your everything in the world.
wisdom is actually knowing how much you actually don't know.
Mhm.
That's wisdom. Is being like, oh, being okay with not knowing everything.
And it's so interesting to be able to talk to new people if you're in the mood. You know, like sometimes you don't want to talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Like I was in the mood for talking to people last night, maybe because I haven't like met new people in a long time.
That's great.
So I was in the mood for talking and like devouring new information. I love like just I'm so hungry for other people's stories.
You're passionate about
Other people's lives. And you know, I always remember that I remember thinking and being told that I was nosy. But as I grew up, I realized that what nosy can also mean is inquisitive
exactly.
and interested in other people.
Exactly.
You can spin anything
To how
and
you
to
want
make it a
it.
positive thing, you know?
I think nosy is when people feel uncomfortable with the questions.
Oh, right. You're pushing them too
I
hard.
think inquisitive is someone who is understands the boundaries. Like you've definitely been nosy, and
Mhm.
I've had to be like Natalie,
Mhm.
and then but I think you have a borderline of inquisivity in your inquisition, whatever that word is, leads to nosiness, but it's not like in ill intentional. It's not like you're like it's not to go share it. It's
No.
to learn more about that because you're curious about the
And
situation.
I also think what I've realized, and you guys, you should try this. A lot of people love talking about themselves.
Yes.
You get them going and you ask them questions. First of all, at first, sometimes people are like, so not used to it because a lot of people like talking about themselves. So they talk about themselves. And so people don't get questions asked about themselves. So at first they might be like, oh, wow, like talked about myself in a while. And then all of a sudden you get going. And you and I have this all the time. People go, I've like never told anybody that before.
All the time.
Or like, I don't even know why I'm telling you this right now.
All the
And
time.
I'm like, I know why you're telling, because I'm listening to you and I'm actually interested, and you haven't had that opportunity to take the stage and actually talk about yourself. And I'm giving it to you.
I know.
And I'm interested.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I'm not.
Oh, some people bore you. I'm trying to think of someone who's been
Absolutely.
boring.
Because a lot of the stories are the same, of the same people. Like, not of the same people. I'm just like, I have heard this before. So
Yeah.
last night I'm lying in bed
Ooh,
with
with
my
my vibrator.
with my baby Coco, not with your
Oh.
vibrator, with my baby Coco.
Mm.
And she randomly
Uh-huh.
says to me, and we've talked about this on here before, so it's hilarious she asked me because she does not listen to our podcast. So she randomly says to me, do you pee in the shower? Like, we're lying in bed going to sleep, okay? So I'm like, well, yeah, I pee in the shower. She goes, so do I. Daddy said I shouldn't pee in the
Right.
shower, but I pee in the shower.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, it's the best place to go pee in the shower. She goes, I don't pee in the bath though, because then it's like I'd be sitting in it. So, but I never told her don't pee in the bath. But she picked that up somewhere, because I think that when you hit hot water, when they're little and you put them in a bath, pee just starts streaming down
Okay,
quite
so
naturally.
yes, and also just so you know, you're not a big bather, but
You
when
pee in the
you
bath.
no, we'll get to that. You no, I'm Catherine. Don't jump. I will get to that.
I need to immediately know.
No.
Thank you.
But I will tell you, when you get into warm water and you sit in there, often as a bather, you're like, fuck, and you have to get out and you're soaking wet to
Yeah.
pee. That sucks. But I was having a conversation with friends about peeing in the shower. And then
Friends.
someone goes,
Friends.
said something about peeing in the bath, thinking that
Was normal.
just like how we're all like, oh, pee in the shower. And then sometimes pee in the bath. And we were like, nope. No, she's like, not even you, Natalie. You pay the never. I'm not gonna sit in my
No.
piss. Do you love the standards though? Like,
So
so
when
some
pee in
people
the shower goes down the drain.
but your husband would be like, ew.
Ew, I know. And then I was thinking maybe it's too much. Like he has so much pee that it would feel like. And then I was thinking that he's
not a horse.
it's like a fire hose in the shower. I'm like maybe
He's afraid it'll spray everywhere.
like he'll be standing that much pee. Like it'll be all pee. I was like maybe his pee is just so much. Like it's like
No.
like it's just.
I think he's
thick.
always been a no peer in the
'Cause
shower.
I hear boys pee. It sounds like so much.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the older they
By
get,
the way,
you know what you
your pee earlier when you said you had to really pee.
I really did.
Oh my gosh, that was going on forever. You were on the phone. It just kept going and going.
Going. It was so much pee, but
You had a lot of tea.
I hear the boys pee and it sounds
Oh my
thick.
gosh. I
It's
know.
way
I
thicker than
agree.
a girl
I
pee.
agree. But it's also echoing because they're standing. When we sit, it's like you can't hear as much. They're going from high. They get older, they get to the higher it goes. And it's like so loud. I'm like, holy shit. What? When is the last time you peed?
So I just didn't know if we were supposed to, as a group,
Tell
teach
our
them
kids, yes.
pee in the shower, not in the bath. Like I don't know if I missed that lesson.
And I also feel like, it's so great that she could ask you that because I don't remember ever having that conversation when I was younger.
It was a late night chat in bed as she was falling asleep. Do you pee in the shower? I was like, absolutely. So do I.
I only started peeing in the shower like
Come on.
I swear to God. I don't know. Like,
You must have just let it fly
No.
before.
no. And then when I heard that someone peed in the shower, I was like,
I'm going to try that.
fuck am I wasting my time doing two things when I could just pee in the shower? And I remember doing it the first time. I was like, this is amazing.
You're like, I love this. Yeah. So it was a very, I thought it made me think like, I've had a few epiphanies recently where people have said something to me and I'm like, oh, add that to the checklist. So I
Oh,
was
I know.
driving the kids to school yesterday and, I really do believe that we need to have like, hard fact conversations, hard facts. So I said, I've talked a lot about you filming things. It's like I
Yeah.
have not talked about you getting filmed. So let's be aware that every time you do something stupid, someone's got a camera. I just can't believe I didn't think of that one. Thank God someone mentioned that because now I can add it to the roster.
But I will tell you that they're very aware of being filmed because my kids, if a phone is even looking, when you do FaceTime and you
Yeah.
hold, I guess it looks like you're either filming someone or you're filming yourself.
Yeah.
If any of my kids hold it like that, the other ones immediately accuse them of filming them.
Okay,
And maybe
sniping.
it's
Sniping.
because like they do it to each other and then at like a bad angle and they want to snap and they don't want to. But I think the kids are really aware of people filming them.
Okay. Well, I just needed to put it out there. Like, don't
Back to the
let other.
shower for 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I have these things now. I don't know if you need it, but
What
I
is
have a
it?
few. There are these plastic things that you put in the drain that catches the hair because Taylor, well, and I lose a lot of hair.
My drain is too long.
Oh, that's nice. So it doesn't get clogged.
No, it does. It just,
Oh,
I have like a long hose drain.
just like your husband's.
Very long.
I these hair catchers because Mark's like I've never experienced this. I think Taylor loses more hair even than I do because it's brown hair,
Yeah.
and he's always having to plumb
Yeah.
that. I don't remember that as a kid, like clogging the drain with my hair.
Pipes were bigger.
Oh, pipes were bigger.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah. Pipes were bigger.
Another question about showering and bathing. Do you in your house, if I don't know if this ever happens, if 3 people in a row take a shower, do you run out of hot water?
No. We
So
also have different shower schedules.
that's what I was going to say. You don't do a lot of back to back?
No.
Okay.
Everyone's got their own.
So you don't actually know if you'd run out of hot water?
I don't think we would.
Oh.
I made sure of that because I feel like in our old house we did. And now I feel like we have 2 hot water tanks.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I grew up and I could barely fill a bath.
Yeah, yeah. No, same.
So I'd boil water to fill the hot.
Absolutely.
But now everybody showers at night and they all come home about the same time. And then they look at the
you
schedule.
lose hot water?
So now they fight. Who's going to get in the shower first? Because the third person isn't going to have enough hot water.
Oh, no,
And
no.
I'm like, I'm so glad that you have this struggle too, because
This
of
is so
all the
this
things.
is so Canadian, by the way, because I feel like Americans would never run out of hot water. I feel like never. I feel like American would never run out of hot water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like
do they not have hot water tanks?
I
And
feel like
why
they
am
have
I
big
running
ones.
out? What's wrong with my house? Like, what do I need?
Another hot water tank. Less children.
Speaking of less children in houses,
Get rid of you.
can you please tell everybody what's about to happen to my 2 growing boys in their bedroom?
So Pottery Barn, we're doing a partnership with them where we're redoing the bedrooms, okay? So my kids have cleared out everything out of their bedrooms. They're sleeping on mattresses on the floor with nothing in there. Basically, the minute they heard they could redo their
Yeah.
rooms, it was like gangbuster. Now, my kids' rooms I thought were quite pretty, minus
Mhm.
Olivia's bed where she had she used to have a pretty bed and then felt like she was in a crib, so she wanted to get rid of the crib bed, and then I got her this other bed and it was broken.
Oh my God, I never heard it did. I know what she means by it's such a beautiful bed, but I know what she means
So
by
she
a
like, was in a
crib.
crib. So then she get rid of that bed, and then I got her another bed, and
And it was a fucking
Wayfair.
Wayfair fuck up.
It was a massive. They were minus negative. I don't
Same.
even know how the company is still in business
Same.
because it's basically a fake Amazon, but
Yep.
Amazon's better than them
Yep.
with better customer service.
Yep.
So I'm not even Wayfair is Amazon. But
And
worse
Wayfair
and
used
way
to be
longer.
like if you got something that was wrong, they were known for like we'll just
Customer
send
service.
you a new one and you don't have to worry about that. And that kind of makes sense because you're thinking how much money they make as everyone shops on there that it's no skin off their back. I guess eventually people took advantage of that. And now not only you had a fuck up bed and got terrible customer service, I got a dresser. I hired someone, paid them money to come put it together, and then I came downstairs and he's like, it's broken. Like I didn't break it, came like this. So I'm like, Wayfair, you sent me a broken thing. They're like, take it apart, put it in a box and return.
I'm the same.
So
my bed did not line up.
You kept a broken bed and I have a broken dresser.
Yeah, I'm just done with them. So Pottery Barn is coming in to redo it all. So Natalie and I are like, pulling links and like, excited, like working with the kids because updating a room that you want to make timeless is really Pottery Barn. All of our first babies had Pottery Barn rooms, and my daughter went from the crib to the toddler bed, and that bed stayed with
like
us.
a conversion.
Oh my God, stayed for so long with
Yeah.
us because their furniture is timeless. And if you went in there again, the same beds would be there because they're that timeless, right?
Yes.
So, Natalie's picking the beds. First of all, bless you, but my husband has drilled into me like sizing you know how things fit, how you have to measure. Before I would just order without measuring. So do you.
Mm-hmm.
Just hope in a prayer that it's going to fit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned a little bit. So Natalie picks these two beds.
Well, first of all, my kids sleep in single. My two boys share a room and they have single beds, and they're so excited that we're getting new beds because now they're going to get a double or like is a double and a queen. Those are two different sizes, right? So a double bed, which they're so excited about because they're growing boys and a single bed is small. So immediately they're like,
Which, by the way, when we were growing up, I never knew the difference. It was always like it was just a bed.
"Oh, I did."
Oh, I had the single bed, and that like there was no option
I
for
remember your bed in
on
your
the
room.
floor.
I remember there was no, it was up high because I slept on the floor one night. I had to sleep over your house.
I had a mattress beside it. I had no bed.
But you were elevated, and then there was an aquarium, right?
That was I wasn't really elevated, but not aquarium, like a fish tank beside.
Yeah.
And I had a bed, and I think my parents made me get a mattress. I slept on. Then I just got rid of it, and I just slept on the floor. Everyone slept on the floor. The mattress
I
was the
mean,
thing on the floor.
I was the only way I was going to get a double was to get a futon, and somebody was getting rid of futon. Do you know what a futon mattress is like to sleep
Yeah,
on?
lumpy.
Anywho, I'm so excited for the boys. They're both going to get double beds. We choose the links. We're all about it. I know there's not going to be a lot of space.
They're not fitting. There's no space. They
Can't
can't
fit
even
two
walk.
doublets,
Can't
no.
even walk up the aisle. And that's like, what about this way? What about this way? So we get on a call and they're like, listen, the only thing that's gonna fit is a bunk bed. Now, one of the ones who's gonna fit in the bunk bed is in 8th grade and still hasn't like hit the growth
He
spurt.
hasn't had a growth spurt yet.
Her husband's like 6'4". Okay. The other one is grade 5, so still hasn't hit his growth spurt yet. Okay. So I said to Natalie, I'm like, so you're doing the bunk bed, huh? And she's like, yeah, they really want a double bed. I'm like, what about their head to the ceiling? She's like, it'll be fine for now. I was like, I'm like, can you imagine you're grade 12 climbing up to his bunk, the top of his bunk, like, night. Oh, wait, sorry. Good night. And then like not being able to sit up, which is like hilarious because they could have gotten singles and
Yep.
it would have been fine.
Yep.
And they would have had their space.
Yes.
And it would have been fine.
I said, boys, you could have cozy
Corner beds,
singles, corner beds. Like it
cool
would look
corner
so
beds.
good. All they wanted was doubles. The only way you can do it is
For now.
By the way, when they were little, they had bunk beds. When they grew up, we got rid of the bunk beds because
They didn't want bunk beds.
because they were bigger.
I know.
So when Kat, she'll now see like a teenager and she'll be like, oh, imagine him getting on the top bunk. I'm like, oh my God. End of the day, why the fuck am I still in my house?
And the baby is on the baby gets the bottom. And I said to your older, I'm like, why does he get the bottom? And he's like, I don't know. It's just how it goes. I'm like,
no, you know why.
So you can cuddle him.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, I'm like, you should get
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be growing 1st. So
Mm-hmm.
anyways.
It's going to be really funny. And when we imagined I mean, I have a boy.
That one could still be not even hit puberty yet down below. And that one could be massive climbing up. Like he could just be like nooked in the bottom.
Well, don't you think it would be great if I didn't live there anymore?
Yeah, I do. Well, who are we getting mad at for that?
I was talking to a girl last night and I was saying your funny story about the bunk beds. She's like, why don't you get a house with another bedroom? I don't know.
So my parents, when we had all the kids, my dad and they they took the basement
Mm-hmm.
and
Tell me.
made another room. Like you would make one more room.
How'd they do that?
They just built a wall in they took the so you could build out one more room in the basement. You'd lose the basement. Like we kind of lost the basement.
Oh, okay.
But at that point, everyone was hanging out in their rooms anyway. Like it wasn't like a common.
Do you think when you think about my basement that I could make another room?
Absolutely.
Where?
You would have to when you walk down, like almost like
Mhm.
where that wasted hallway. Like you have stupid closets all the way down that.
I mean, it's the only place I have to keep things.
Yeah, but you could redo some of them.
One of them has the hot water tank, though.
Right. So you have to keep that one, but you could build. I mean, you'd lose the couch.
Okay, so they wouldn't have a hangout.
They wouldn't have a hangout.
Which still, I mean, it doesn't really work because then we just have that one living room. It's open space. There's nowhere for anyone to be.
I know. You're yeah.
So speaking of no space and teenagers,
Or
oh,
you build that grandparent shack. You know how you can
I
now get
know.
a house in the back?
Yeah.
You can get like those pop-ups are legal without a permit.
Yeah.
You just get one of those. You put the one who's least likely to get pregnant and do drugs, throw them back there.
Oh. I was with my siblings, um, who are all younger than me, but all like married with kids now, and their parents were all there. And one of them who is like, you know, such a lovely girl, grew up on a farm basically.
Smart.
Smart
I
parents,
mean, smart to live on a farm.
very smart. They had a school bus pick them up,
Yep, no,
just like in the
smart,
movies.
smart. You know what? Smart.
Yeah, she turned out great too.
Oh, no. They're very level-headed.
And they're so attractive
Yeah.
because of the fresh air.
Yes, so
And
clean.
they had their own chicken eggs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, and they have chores.
Chores. Yes,
It's
they have
no,
chores.
I know it's and like they have to keep bees and like
Yep.
honeycomb and
And then they have to mow it.
go get eggs.
All of that stuff. So she was unexpectedly, she was kind of a naughty teenager, but we were talking about how my daughter has a boyfriend, and they were like, oh, like, how does that go? Like, oh my gosh. Because me and my siblings, all of them except for my little brother, he's the only one who had a relationship in high school
Mm.
to be like that person would hang out. None of us had it.
No, neither. Not only one in my family too.
Right. So they were like, well, where they hang out? Like, what do they do? And I was like, something really funny happened this weekend. I said, we needed something from upstairs. And I said, oh, to my daughter's boyfriend, can you go get it? And he goes, no. Was that a test? I know I'm not allowed upstairs. You trying to trick me?
No.
Because one time he was upstairs doing something in Taylor's bedroom. Everyone was up there, and I told him, I'm like, you can't be up here. And he was like, oh, I didn't. Okay, sorry. Like, and he went downstairs.
Why can't it be up there?
Well, because the lovely wife was like, I can't imagine if my parents had told me that my boyfriend wasn't allowed in my room. I'm like, you were allowed to have your boyfriend in your room?
Of course, they would. Yes.
She's like, yeah, like that would be so like, what are we gonna hang out in the living room with my parents? And I'm like, but my kids' bedrooms, like your kids' bedrooms, are a bed in a room. There's nowhere else to hang out.
Yeah.
The dad goes, who's like a grandfather now, he goes, what else do you think they're going to do in the bedroom? They only need the bed.
Hilarious.
Just different, like, but I'm like, but our house is small. It would be weird if they were in a room with a closed door because we'd be like, ew, what's going on in there? And she was like, it's so funny. It would have been really weird if my parents said no.
The only reason I would say no is because it's a shared space of other people up there. So like if Chloe's up there with her friends changing and there's like a teenage boy up there, I would want the parents of the other half to be aware that like siblings are there. And
But what if you let them know that and you're like, your siblings, like you let all the siblings know like there is going to be a teenage boy in the house, so don't like walk around naked. Because my kids now, they'll be like, is Taylor's friends here? Or like because my boys, when they get out of the shower, they wear their underwear around the house because that's what they sleep in. And they're like, is anyone here? Like, over. Should I put pajamas on or my clothes back on, or is she here?
Yeah. I think that, I have daughters though. Like I have daughters. So if there's another teen boy, I in my head feel like as a responsibility for the other kids, unless I know him really well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want unless I'm up there, I don't really want another boy up there with the girls. Like for me it feels
okay, let's go to your son.
if you would have girls up there. I mean, same thing. I feel like number one, unless I knew her really well, I would not want to put him in that position where he was in a room with someone until. I mean, depends on the age, depends on the situation, depends on their relationship.
I think it's kind of gross. Like I don't want to know. I don't want to think that they're making out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
No, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't even go there. It would be like, this is the situation I'm putting you in, really for only a bedroom. Like
So-
there's not even anything else.
There's no
So let's
hangouts.
just say someone's like, he may like even with consent these days. I think that you have to be really careful what position you're putting your kids in terms of like how many people are there. Is it a bedroom? Is it how did they just meet this person, or is it like there's you know what I'm saying.
I know, and she was like, but we don't want to, we want to have our private conversations where not everyone can hear it. And I'm like, I understand your perspective. And in fact,
Fair.
I did go to a boy's house.
I mean, they have a basement.
But it's really open and it's right beside Teddy's bedroom. No, I agree. You have a choice. Yeah, I agree. I remember I went to a boyfriend's house and we were allowed in his bedroom was a big bedroom though, so there could have been other things like we could have been sitting. But I remember being
I
allowed in this
wouldn't worry
bedroom.
about making out. I would worry more about what what position I'm like. What I'm saying to them is like, yeah, if you just always go hang up in your bedroom, I'm kind of like, there's so much more to do. It's kind of like when their friends are over, I make them put their phones away. I'm sort of like, you two are together. If you're sitting there silently and just got together on your phones, get
Hmm.
off your phones and go do
Honestly,
something.
otherwise,
It's
just be by yourself.
go home and talk to each other on Snapchat
Yeah.
or something. So I think it's not even boy girl dynamic. Olivia and her friends definitely hang out in her room a lot, but they are loud and they're organizing closets and the music's on. And so I really think it depends if it's a friend, a real friend, if the door's closed and it's quiet and they're just like
Because I'll tell you, when I went to that boy's house and we were in the bedroom,
you
we were
definitely
in the bed. Like
you,
we were having sex and his whole family was home. But he
wow.
had a big house, so it's like I couldn't even hear them. They couldn't hear us. My house, you
How old were you?
I was 20, I think.
Different.
Still, ew. If I was his brothers and sisters, I'd be like, ew, gross. What's going on in there?
They know.
I know. Ew.
And then you have to walk up in the morning like, "Hi."
Oh, I didn't sleep over.
I mean after.
Yeah, I
Hi.
went down for dinner with them.
You're such a rebel. These are going to be great conversations for Mondays, by the way, because then everyone can weigh in.
Yeah, and I love how everyone, and again, back to you think you know everything, like everyone is allowed to
You
have
know
their
it's
own
going to be
decision.
different too when your last one gets a girlfriend or something. It will be night and day.
And again, where I stand right now, by the way, I can change my mind tomorrow, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, today today it
That's
makes you uncomfortable today.
That's right.
Also, though, it's a
Oh,
really good standard to set because if they get a boyfriend or girlfriend you don't like,
yeah,
and then you've already made the bedroom rule fine,
yeah,
you can't go back. Like you can't set the next rule. So at least
yeah,
you've said it because there could be someone else where you're like, I don't trust them, I don't
yeah,
like them, I don't want them in my
yeah.
house, and you can't all of a sudden be like, now he that one could, but that one can't. So good, smart,
So how's it
very
going to go with the
smart.
bunk beds?
I mean, I he's gonna be rolling up on the. Can you keep it down up there?
I have another parenting question.
Go ahead. We can keep it for Monday though, and I can throw it to Monday if you want to save it. But tell what it is, and we'll answer it for a Monday.
Okay, when your child moves out
Do
and
you
goes
keep
away
the
for
room?
college, do you keep their bedroom same? And I know there's people who keep their bedroom
Like,
the same.
sorry, but they're coming. They come home for 4 or 5 months in the summertime.
What if you're in my situation?
Where is she going to go? Were they going to move in and out every time?
So my teenage boys still have to be in bunk beds while there's a bedroom empty.
I mean, the bedroom's empty temporarily. Thanksgiving, Christmas, reading week, and then they come home in April.
No. So really that room will sit. I guess they can sleep in her bed if they want their own space.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Okay.
they've got to move
Oh, we
back.
just answered the question.
And then they've got to move back in April because they're home. I mean, I see them home for 4 years.
I know.
April, May, June, July, 5 months are home.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Like 6 months total.
I just can't imagine that 18-year-old on the top bunk being like, there's a full bedroom over there and I don't get to have it.
Oh, but then he'll come home from university and crawl back up on the second bunk.
Fucking fuck. I need a new house.
And then he'll be like, night, mom.
Oh, my tennis elbow hurts.
Oh, God damn it.
Perry.
Yep, perimenopause. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Leave a review. You can find us anywhere at Cat and Nat. You're such a cool girl.
You're such a girl.
Yeah, Mondays we'll answer your parenting questions.